welcome to another Azur Lane guide, that, as usual, nobody asked for. This is the SaltyBunny and today we take an in-depth look at the core exchange system. The core shop, present in the supply shop category, and found under the monthly tab, is divided in two sections. The limited section offers past event limited equipment and outfits. Once bought out, those will not replenish. The second section is the monthly shop that offers a wide variety of equipment, currencies and consumables. Those special equipment covers the whole spectrum from niche uses to mandatory pieces. Obviously many experienced players won't really learn much from this guide, but feel free to stick around. If you don't learn a thing or two, it could serve as a refresher. For many of the other players, they mostly pays attention to the first few rows and let it go at that. But by doing so, they might overlook some equipment that can be very useful and would have helped them get out of a difficult situation. I know that my own monkey brain tend to gloss over weird looking shit that is not gold or rainbow. Anyway, the shops offers many good things. It covers for a selection of Shipgirls, some past event exclusive outfits, consumables and most importantly exclusive special equipment that cannot be obtained otherwise. Items available in the shop will refresh monthly on the first day of the month and has no refresh options. That is valid for every item, except for the outfits that can only be purchased once. The content of the shop might change as the game evolves. Some items might be removed, other might be added. Make sure to read the patch notes regularly if you want to keep ahead of the changes. Yosta does publish their patch notes on Twitter, or X, whatever name you elect to use for Elan's nightmare. The notes are usually reposted on the Azur Lane official Discord server and also on Reddit. Core data currency. The currency used in this shop are the core data. The primary source of core data is to clear main story hard mode stages. As you probably know, you are limited to 3 hard mode stages clears daily, therefore, you should try to complete the highest possible stages for you, in order to get the most of the limitation on clears. The amount of core data obtained is tied to the stage level. All the maps within the same stage will grant the same amount of currency. Chapter 1 grants the minimum of 4 per clear, and Chapter 13, the highest available at the moment, will grants 30 per clear. So about 630 per week if you are diligent. Core data can also be obtained from certain limited missions as you progress into the game and as weekly missions reward. And lastly, core data campaigns are coming up regularly as side event. They last for a full week and will grant 3 times the hard mode stages clear reward. The boost campaigns will not affect missions, they only affect stages clears. That covers pretty much all the ways to obtain the currency. Now let's dive into the core of the video, pun intended. Currency and consumables. The only currencies available in the core shop are cognitive chips and cognitive arrays. The chips are sold in packets of 100 for 35 cores each, at a monthly limit of 10 packets. So 1000 chips for 350 cores per month. The arrays are sold in packets of 10 for 100 cores each, at a monthly limit of 5 packets. So 50 arrays for 500 cores per month. On the consumables side, we have a wide assortment of equipment tech packs available for purchase. The tech packs cover the 4 major factions, Eagle Union, Royal Navy, Sakura Empire and Iron Blood. Tier 3 purple tech packs are sold for 25 cores apiece. The monthly limit is 5 pack for each alliance. Monthly buyout is 500 cores. Tier 4 gold tech packs are sold for 100 cores apiece. The monthly limit is 2 pack for each alliance. Monthly buyout is 800 cores. and Tier 5 Rainbow Tech Packs are sold for 500 cores apiece. The monthly limit is 1 pack for each alliance. Monthly buyout is 2000 cores. Shipgirls. As mentioned earlier, many Shipgirls are obtainable in the core shop. Most of them are coming from past limited event, or were, or still are only available there. However, I will not delve too much into the ship tier potential capabilities. Some of the available key ships are Rune Muse, a high damage providing vanguard. Independence, that carrier is retrofittable and provide cross-fleet aviation buff, and Royal Fortune, an overpowered sailing frigate for your submarine fleet. The completionists among you will also be able to grab Illustrious Muse, Lil Sandy, Musketeer, Scharnhorst, West Virginia, Hamilberten, Congo, Haruna, Mutsu, Makinami, Astoria, Akatsuki, Fiji, Wasp and Lomas. The cost in cores varies according to the ship's rarity. Blue rares are listed at 1000 cores, purple elite are listed at 1200 cores and gold super rares are listed at 1500 cores. Besides their individual single monthly purchase, they will refresh and still be available next month if you're strapped for bullins and need some extra copies for limit breaking. Outfits. Here is the most important section of the video for the real armchair chic cans. The outfits. Of all the available outfits, 2 can only be purchased from the limited core shop. Deutschland's Dark Demon Princess and Indianapolis's The Light of Circle City. The 4 other outfits are present on both the limited and the monthly shop, and can be purchased only once in any of the 2, Javelin, Energetic Idol at 120% motivation. Kimberly, Style of the East. U556, Party Night. And Ying Sui, Snowy Pines Warmth. All the outfits are sold for 1000 cores, at the exception, there is always one of those, but I digress. So the exception this time around is for Javelin's Energetic Idol at 120% motivation outfit, sold for 1200 cores instead of 1000. Even the developers seems to hate poor Javelin. Equipment. The most important part of the shop is of course, the exclusive special equipment that can only be found here. The equips have, for the most part, unique effects. Comprise of past events or shop originals, we have over 40 equipment that are available for purchase at this point in time, and all have a limit of only 1 purchase monthly. Similarly to the ships, the equipment price is fixed according to its rarity. Ultra Rare Rainbow equipment are 1500 cores, Super Rare Gold are 800 cores each, and the Elite Purple are 500 each. Limited equipment. The limited shop offers 4 equipments. Ultra Rare Z Flag, increases critical rate by 5%. When equipped on Mikasa, increases fleet FP and accuracy by 5%. Certificate of sponsorship, depending on the ship it is equipped on, this grants the unfulfilled promise. When equipped by U556 or U556 meta, it increases the time she can stay in combat after surfacing by 4 seconds. Increases her hunting range by 1. When equipped by Bismarck or Bismarck II, it decreases the effect of the out-of-ammo debuff from 50% to 35% on the main fleet. New York City Coast Recon Report. Gives anti-siren tactics 1. The ship equipping this gear takes 6% less damage from sirens. Does not stack with skills that have similar effect, only the highest source of damage reduction applies. Intel Report, Arctic Stronghold. Similar to the previous equipment, it also gives anti-siren tactics 1. The ship equipping this gear takes 6% less damage from sirens. does not stack with skills that have similar effect, only the highest source of damage reduction applies. Monthly equipment. Ultra Rare and Super Rare equipment. Type 93 Pure Oxygen Torpedo, Ultra Rare version. The best torpedo stat equipment in the game so far. Can be equipped in all destroyers, cruisers and submarines. Funk Mesortung 25 Radar, of Fumo, a good alternative for the high-performance fire control radar. Improved Snorkel, improves oxygen for submarines. Can only equip one and cannot equip compressed oxygen cylinder alongside this equipment. Improved storage battery, augment the evasion and increase hunting range for submarines. Type 1 armor piercing shell, a must for most battleships, increases main gun critical damage by 25%. 6 CRH armor piercing shell, increase battleship main gun critical damage by 30%, but for Royal Navy only. Super heavy shell, increases main gun critical rate by 8%. Seal of the Four Gods, when equipped on Anshan class destroyers, increase main gun damage by 16% and improve their all-out assault. Blackburn Firebrand Torpedo Bomber, nothing special about this one. Brewster F2A Buffalo, Thatch Squadron, increases the efficiency of all your fighters by 4%. This buff cannot be stacked, only the strongest buff will take effect. Douglas SPD Dauntless, McCluskey. Provides focused bombing, on airstrike, increases the damage the ship, not limited to carriers. Using this aircraft deals to enemy carriers and light carriers by 5% for 8 seconds. Fairy Barracuda, 831 Squadron, armor-piercing bomb. When this aircraft hits an enemy, 24% chance to inflict armor break. The special thing about this one is that unlike battleship AP shelling, it can inflict armor break on targets of any armor class. Fairy Firefly, nothing special about this dive bomber. Swordfish, 818 Squadron, decreases the speed of all enemies hit by this aircraft by 60% for 8 seconds. Douglas TBD Devastator, VT8, this one is rather unique. The special skill Turning Point will, after first airstrike, permanently changes form into the VT8 TBF Avenger. Once upgraded to TBF, they will gain much more superior torpedoes. General Motors TBM Avenger, VT-18 Squadron, gives battleships strike force, increases damage against enemy battleships and battle cruisers by 3% for the ship equipping this aircraft. When this aircraft hits an enemy battleship, battlecruiser or aviation battleship, 60% chance to inflict flood debuff. Vought F4U Corsair, VF-17 Squadron, gives Jolly Rogers, increases your entire fleet's AA by 5% for 8 seconds when the ship, not limited to carriers, using this aircraft launches an airstrike. Hawker Sea Fury, nothing special about this fighter. Twin 203mm, 3rd year type number 3 prototype, heavy cruiser gun. Quadruple 380mm, MLE 1935, Jean Bart battleship main gun. Triple 381mm, model 1934, was equipped on Vittorio Veneto and gives overheating skill, increases the volley damage of the ship. This gun is equipped by 10% after firing 2 volleys, the next volley will have its reload time increased by 30%. This effect will then reset. SY-1 missile. Can only be equipped on Dragon Emperor destroyers, and Shanri Torfit and Changchung retrofit, chances to inflict fires. Very heavy armor plating, when equipped by a ship with heavy armor, decreases its damage taken from armor-piercing ammo by 6% and decreases its damage taken from high explosives and normal ammo by 3%. If equipped by a ship with an armor type other than heavy, changes its armor type to heavy. Resplendent Astrum, White Hot Verheerender and Sacred Lumiere all increase firepower and accuracy, will also change the battle music. Elite Equipment. Aviation Materials Cargo, when equipped by a munition ship, increases the aviation stat of your fleet by 8%. Small Caliber Naval Gun Parts Cargo, when equipped by a munition ship, increases the firepower of your vanguards by 8%. Torpedo Materials Cargo, when equipped by a munition ship, increases the torpedo of your fleet by 8%. Flettner FL-282 Colibri, this anti-submarine helicopter can be equipped on light cruisers. Haichi M6A Sahiran seaplane, gives aviation submarine specialization, when equipped by an SSV, increases this aircraft's damage dealt by 60%. The only SSV we have in game as of now is I-13. General Motors TBM-3 Avenger, anti-submarine, equipped with wide area depth charges. Could be pretty effective in Chapter 14. Fairy Swordfish Mark II ASV, anti-submarine, equipped with depth charges, not great by any stretch. You are better off investing your cores in the Avenger TBM-3. Grumman XF-5F Skyrocket, there is nothing of real value in using this fighter. Get some regular F-6F Hellcats instead. 100/150 aviation gasoline. To be used on aircraft carriers. Gives high-octane fuel, increases the speed of equipped aircraft by 5, and increases their HP by 140. Effect does not stack. Might prove good in exercises. Elite Aviation Maintenance Manju, gives precise maintenance, increases airstrike damage by 4%, but also increases airstrike loading time by 4%. Never trust the Manjus to be anything else than censorship features for the best outfits. Homing Beacon, Model 72/DM Homing Beacon. Gives landing guidance, decreases airstrike loading time by 4%. I personally use this on many carriers, especially effective for the healer carriers, enabling them to slot 1 or 2 more heals in a battle, or faster strikes in exercises. Ocean Soul Camouflage, gives HP and evasion. Can be equipped on all ships, including Tempesters sailing frigates. Pressure-resistant hull design. Gives to your submarines improved hull design, increases a submarine's speed by 20% and moves it forward another 8 units after it enters battle. Type 94 High-Angle Director, a high-angle anti-air device equipped with a rangefinder. Used to support anti-air guns for more effective anti-air defense. Can be an alternative to the regular anti-air radars, since the Type 94 gives bonus accuracy. Type 98 Delayed Firing Device, for battleships' tighter shell grouping, gives delayed firing, decreases main gun spread range by 2 for the ship equipping this gear. Compressed Oxygen Cylinder, improves oxygen for submarines. And lastly, PBY-5A Catalina. Equipping this on your destroyers or cruisers grants them improved aerial reconnaissance. Will decrease ambushes chances by 10% and increase ambush evasion rate by 10%. Effect will not stack. This equipment can prove very useful for chapter progression and initial clears, especially if you cannot afford a strongly geared or synergic fleet. Conclusion. That covers pretty much all we had to get through, but keep in mind that with the monthly limit, you can plan ahead. As an example, if you can figure out when you'll start tackling Chapter 13, or 13 hard, you can plan ahead. Since those chapters are very airstrike intensive, you might start stockpiling some Vought F4U cores air, the F-17 squadron in advance, since you might need the extra anti-air buff for your carriers. Overall, many equipment in the shop are leaning more toward niche usage due to their special skills. They might not necessarily be the best stuff for general map clearing, however, for some high-end content, exercises, challenge mode and even clearing some of the harder daily raids, they could prove to be the small edge you were missing to prevail. I hope that this video was helpful to you, one way or another. This is pretty much it for this overview of the core data shop. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. You can also like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. If you did not really cared about any of this stuff, thank you for watching and reaching this point. This was the SaltyBunny and thank you for watching the video. We're done for now.